Hello and welcome. Right, yeah, I've moved these the bales out of the way so you can make a start. But we're going to need to go to the second field up here next. I'm going to go straight into a time lapse because we really have got lots of bales to pick up, and there's only me that can do it. So, yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. One thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to do what I've promised. Yeah, we've tried the WeFo, it's going back. Obviously going to sell it direct. I don't think I can. Oh, I'm going to also take it to -5, it's true. Yeah, we're going to go straight to the shop, swap it, and then we'll crack on. This is annoying, isn't it? Typical when that you've got, I could get the new one. I suppose I could always sell it later. Still do that, store deliveries. Right, so then let's choose another front loader of the ones that I've loaded and see which one of them I've tried to say. I'm not a massive fan of the Albert design, but some more spikes really. I've not tried that one. Now then, I've tried this only little. I think I'd like to go for, let's try the Best Lardy. I Rick Black label because he's at the Sapphire. I often have. Why will that not load me? Prong. Yeah, I only want 2. Right, so do you know? I'm happy with keeping that, even though I know what I'm saying. Rick's the one who I have the Sophia from. This looks a very similar design, though not exactly. So, you can use this for both bales and. Right, smashing. Simple design. Right, I'm gonna get cracking. I am going into the time lapse now. I'm gonna see you guys and gals on the other side. boy, yeah, that was a job enough. They're not very pleased with the ploughing. I did not check properly. I should have done. I don't know what was. Yeah, I'm still not my normal self, so I'll give myself a bit of a break. I normally chew my own ear off for that. It is true. Right, how well did we do? We brought in quite a few bales, certainly. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What did we actually do? Oh wow, 216 tonnes from today. Just that's what I'm saying. That's caught up. We're doing 4 fields. Almost caught up with everything we did from all the other things, all the other times that we've done it. So, which is quite amazing when you think about it. So, yeah, really, it should produce quite a lot of digestate. Water 162. Yeah, we only need 108. So that's finally caught up. All of that hard work we did a while back has paid off because we've not had to do any of that for a while. So. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that again sort of going forward, although we're not majorly in grass now. I've kept this grass. One thing I want to do is, because it is still a field at present, as long as we've not got any more, yeah, I am going to put things down, so I know I've got it's one of them things, isn't it, when you're a farmer, you like want to make use of all of the land, but you can't really sort of do that. Let's just grab that little zeta. So I'll lime these two, I've limed everything. I didn't do this because this would probably be the next place we'd put something. That's why I thought, let's just, think ahead. Did this one, did those two above. Didn't fertilise those two because obviously they've not got any crops in. So yeah, I'm trying to be a good farmer and observe all of the rules. So yeah, you did used to be able to. Did you? I'm not sure. The new bale spike, it's basic, yeah, it's not got the features that the WeFo's got, but then again it didn't let go of any bales, so that does prove that was down to the WeFo, because that didn't do that at all. I mean, any difficulty with using that one, I would say was down to the use and not the actual, well, not difficulty, but what I mean is, there is no refinements that no little skills that I could master with that particular one, and obviously you've got to be careful not to go too fast, otherwise it jostles off the fork a little, so you've got to be a bit more careful with that one. So yeah, you'd learn to slow down a little, you've got to, otherwise you're going to keep losing your bales, or they're going to go odd shapes, and then you're going to use your prodders a lot more like I was doing, which, like to push the bales into position a little bit more. Maximum of 2 bales, whereas obviously the WeFo you could go 3, which was useful, but it did release. So yeah, I think what we will do is, yeah, because you can't just sell it, can you? That's why I wanted a repair point. I wanted a thing, because at least I can go up to it and just go and sell it, which is a very useful feature. Now I'd have to go especially into the shops to do it. Right, let's remind myself. That's what's in the sales today? Absolutely nothing. So it's now October. Be very interesting to see what happens overnight to November now. Yeah, the grass is going to grow. Obviously, we have got a tent. There's no reason whatsoever we can't use that. It's habits, it is, yeah. 9 o'clock now. Yes, that was a really, obviously, manual bale handling that amount of bales it is hard work. But, like anything, it is slower, it is, and also when you're learning a new, obviously big bag handler, I know exactly because I did it that often, so, oh wow, 179364, that is not a bad little, and obviously there will be 200 and some tons, the silage, wow, find out. Oh, I've done that trick again. I've not told the silage to destroy. I always manage to forget something, always. Yeah, so that was just the fertiliser business then. Right, well. Ooh. It must be the time for the New Hollands. It's true. On nearly every Let's Play, I'm getting New Hollands as like. I'm not complaining. Schaefer. Is that the big or the little? Oh, it's the little. This is haunting me, the little Schaefer. But I've got to be honest. It's. I mean, for 50 odd grand, it's good, but 28,000, it would assist us. But I don't know whether. Yeah, if we're square bales, I don't know whether I'd sooner. Imagine that is a point. How much is the? I think the square bale loaders are all dearer, aren't they? Yeah, I always go on the Anderson because that's such a good price, but yeah, they're all a lot dearer, aren't they? Yeah, 90. I have always wanted to try the Super Chaser to see if it'll pick up normal square bales. I don't think it will, but yeah. Oh, I didn't realise they were classed as bale loaders. Square bales, quickly. Imagine we've got square bales, that's what I say. I wouldn't mind trying one of these. I know they're a lot dearer. Oh my life, 14,200. How many bales can it grab? You need a monster to lift it though, let's be honest. Yeah, so 90,000. Can I compete with that? I think we're going to buy one. I think we're going to buy it. I do need a decent weight. Oh, of course, I've just done that. I have to press it twice because I've got a NVIDIA setting that's on the same key binding to pull it up, so I have to do it twice. Yeah, and back on NVIDIA again. I had to do that before. Yeah, I don't know if you can. You probably can change the key binding, but right. So also 251 for 75 or 200 for 49. What's the weight? 8.1, 8.6. Now, oh, it's an arrow one by. It is. Oh, it is 234 already. 75,000. Yeah, I would want. Ooh. No, let's go 200. Beacon, extra work lights. Yes. Attaches. Yeah, I would want that. For 81,000 for that kind of calibre of tractor. Do we need a front ladder attachment? Not if we've just bought a little. No. Do we need that as well? I've got to be honest. Now we've got a front loader, we can use the other 150 horsepower. But the other thing is, if this was going to go into a full-blown Let's Play, we can't afford it anyway. That would be useful. If I've got to make a choice, so we're going to earn more money over the day, but if the M8's gone, it's gone. It just wasn't meant to be. Whereas that, we really do need. Yeah, if we're going into farming, we need. You can also have it as a. But that's a cracking price for a 45 cubic metre, and it's a push, one of the few pushers in the game. Fantastic. It's not a bad little one if you were going to move stuff around. I'm trying to get better at husbandry, but again, I'm going to buy it as if we were staying. This is intending to be a short run really, and I was really wanting to take this to where I would be going through the winter, and then to see how well we did by next year when we would be starting normal farming. So now that we've got the we're going to be hitting two businesses. This is the first time we're going to be hitting two income streams, because we're going to have the silage going into that, which that devours it, and then we're going to have the fertilizer business, which literally is going to go bang as well. So yeah, we shall see if that's there in the morning. Yeah, all we've got to do really is literally go straight through till next March. We haven't got any products, have we now? Because we've just been doing grass. I'm pleased actually that we did that. Just the fertiliser business from Digestate, and that's what I say, the Omatana works so very well with the production shed. But you've got to know your productions, of course. So it's not as simple as I didn't always sort of do that, or sort of see the link that well. Oh my life. Yeah. Typically it's gone into it. Isn't that just typical? Now that's also a good price actually. You could only just get an Omatana for that, and it's another one of the few pushers. Oh, hang on. Is that oh, it's another one you can have a manure spreader as well. I think we will, because let's be honest, who only has one trailer? It's normally quite a lot dearer. Right, okay, well, I would imagine, it depends how much, so the silage is done. The silage is all gone as well. It's still got a little tiny bit, the digester has been going. How much is in there? Right, so it's still got quite one more big bang. I don't mean as massive as that last one, but like another little bit going through from December to January as it processes the rest of that digestate. So yeah, now there is one thing I wanted to do based upon what I would, you know, like as moving into, well, we're looking for a harvester, so really we could manage with the team of tractors we've got now that we've got like 2 biggies, and yeah, we could leave the little Zeta now as a like a yard tractor, yeah, which they're still useful. I don't ever get rid of the little ones. It did us proud. It struggled, it does every single time, but nevertheless it's still good. Now lorry, no, I think we're alright for any more little tractors. Yeah, because I've still got the Zeta for a little tractor. Oh, so that's January. Let's go straight through till February. Just going straight through to March. Oh, I was going to buy that field. Yeah, I was going to buy a couple of fields. Yeah, this, I would say this is probably the last session of this short run. Do love to do actual full-blown Let's Plays on Kalle's maps. Don't always, if you're already committed, or should be committed, then obviously it's not as simple as you just, oh wow, 600 grand. We haven't got one, have we, either? No, it's one thing we have never got around to getting, so we didn't see a Hardy, but we did see that. It's a cracker. I mean, yeah, it's normally 70 odd grand, isn't it? So I think, no, it's not. It's normally 60 odd. But yeah, it's still a good price. I would gladly have that. Do want to try the weed spot spray. I know this right now. I'm going to buy this as if we were staying. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to say. So March. Yeah, we need to finish ploughing those fields up because, yeah, it's weird. No, I just I think you could no-till because it's just normal grass. But yeah, there's sometimes it's weird on fields that that actually grew coming into March. That is brilliant. Yes, it's at second growth stage, which is fantastic. Pop 6X and a sugar cane harvester. Yeah, the one that I leave for workers. It's not a bad way to get into sugar cane, really, and that is where we would leave it. But yes, has that still got some in? Seriously? Oh, a little tiny bit. Yes, it's not going to like bring in a lot. Not that I'm expecting. I mean, that to me is a bumper finish after yeah, we should now say 2 years on our little board. 3. Okay, well, that's interesting. So, still not achieved the same as I could ever do on. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, I've got to be honest. FS22 prices of things are very, very much more dear. You could buy a cheap tractor, and I'd often use the second-hand equipment mod, which is a bit like the sales only. You can have it on anything, and it just meant that you got an absolutely battered, I mean literally looking like this or worse tractor. and because you've got a bad and they'd not use it very well, you'd got to repair it and all that type of stuff. So that used to knock the prices down a lot. So I could buy a couple of Fendt GTs, and I'd have them as dedicated mowing machines. Now I know we can buy the Zeta, but we saw the horsepower is nerfed a little bit. They are. I mean, yeah, it's got to be a perfectly flat field. So it would mean if you were going to do a team of smaller tractors, you've got to choose your fields wisely. As in, like, and that's dependent on the map. If you've got a hilly area like we're in, that's not an option, which then means if you've got to buy larger tractors, whether that's 150 horsepower, and even 150 horsepower, yeah, I mean, this struggles a little bit, this one, picking up on the hills, so yeah, I think you've got to go higher. And if you've got to get like sets of 200 horsepower tractors, you're talking about something like, and this is a good price point, the Ares is 194 horsepower for about 87,000. That's not it's not a snippet. If you've got to buy 2 or 3 of those, and that's a minimum, you know, I mean, then that's quite a lot of cash. And that's not all. I mean, then the price of the mowers. I mean, our setup wasn't terribly expensive, but of course the other thing is you have to begin with, got to invest in the ground, like in the actual fields, before you can go in. Now we have got, I've got to be honest, we could at this point, so it's almost like it takes twice as long in FS22. No matter how hard I try to do it, I can never, I mean, I suppose you can't really class that first year, because we sort of didn't work. We went through to the beginning of the year, so really, I suppose, we've done a proper full year of work, even though that says 3 years, which is true, but the actual full start from work was all of last year, that there was nothing else. So really we are where I would normally be in FS19, and mainly due to, I say this, I did say that though, and there's a certain element of luck, there's got to be, whether or not a tractor drops, whether or not it assists. It did. I mean, we had to buy this new, but we got that one in the sales, and we got that one in the sales. Again, the sales have just done us proud. If we got the cash, we've still seen some throughout the Let's Play. We just couldn't afford them at the time. So, yeah, I mean, now we've got the cash. We're typical. We've got the cash. You've not got the opportunity. But to be honest, now we've got that other. Let's just go down to the store and remind myself. Yeah, we've got the header as well. Yeah, in fact, it's looking a bit cluttered down there. Yeah, I was going to say, actually, that's widening out quite nicely. Yeah, I've got the gill air sen. Got the header, 2 trailers, and an animal thing, and a sprayer. So, I've got to be honest, we've literally filled the shop front up with the amount of stuff we've got, so can't complain on that at all. If we were staying to do a proper full year, we'd be doing it on almost a full set of equipment. And I mean, I'm not trying to say, I know we've not got forage wagons or anything like that, or they're proper. I would now, at this point, start to work on, if we were still in grass, and this is why I said I wanted to shift. I'm trying to stick to the model that I did in FS19, which was, I mean, again, we may keep one grass field. It's not a bad idea. You've got a BGA. I mean, I know you can feed it with we can make straw silage later on if we choose the right kind of crops, and of course I'm going to do that. You've got to work with your productions, otherwise what's the point in buying them, not just for a one-off. So I think we'll keep that as a grass field. This is the Farmyard, so I'm not going to go on trying to cut that one. It's just, I might actually just put some concrete down on it, and then it's not a temptation. So we've got this as one grass field, these 2 here. Oh, has he planted it already? Mind you, it's what I would have. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that actually. I was meaning to buy that one when it was empty. Yeah, but it will save me seed, I suppose you could say. I wouldn't mind another good size field. I know we're not. Yeah, I think one of these 2. Actually, that one's closer. It's going to be deer, I know. don't think it's got anything in it, has it? Oh, can't. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's just ready to cultivate. Yeah, so that is where I would leave it. We've still got 326,655. There's plenty of fantastic harvesters we could buy. I mean, yeah, if ever I'm stuck, and the Caesarius modern one can manage that, it can. It's the pipe, it doesn't like it. It's the same as I found out that you can use a 12 metre. You might even be able to use a 30. There's not a lot between a 12 and a 13.7, but you can with the. Yeah, it was actually the Caesarius modern. I was looking one day at the harvesters, and I looked at the Deutz, and I saw it was 310 horsepower. And I thought, oh, I never realised it was that high. It's not like, that 175 where it can't manage a lot. It's just it's only got a 6 metre header. I never thought, it's not far off that, and that can easily manage. So what I'm saying is, it's only a little bit of a cut down version. That's 2/3 of the power of those two. Yeah, now it's starting to get big. Yeah, but the one that I'm talking about was the Caesarius modern one. This is no, it's not. That's not the set that I have there. Yeah, this is the one that I like, the 4-wheel drive one. It's 305 horsepower. Now I knew, and I thought, hang on a minute, the top line is the same as that. I've never ever thought of putting another header on it. So we got the chance of one in the sales, and I tried it, and lo and behold, it works fine. I don't know that it would with a 12 metre. Yeah, it works, but the pipe was not meant, so you've got to drop the header on the field. If you're using coarse bait, it's a pain because it won't unload properly. But what I mean is, if it was in the sales, or this one, I'd frequently do that. Now this, you've got the option of buying a slightly longer, you go for the Exile extension, and you can go for the long, which is about alright. I still think this one's probably perfect for a 10 metre. When it starts to go above that, I think it's probably meant for an 8.5. With a long pipe though, it's alright. Yeah, this is a good one. If you want to start to go up, these are the ones we often see by Sid modding. Yeah, I know you can see the range is quite extensive. Then there's the little, these ones. Now these are 185, 160s, 200s. You wouldn't expect these to have mega long pipes, really. Headers, sorry. But then you start in, which one did it? That one there. That Mega by Watch Tazik. I don't know if I said his name right there. Tazik. I'm not sure the J is pronounced. I think it's silent. But yeah, now that one equally could probably go easily. I'm not sure whether the Dominators could actually as in like that they could handle anything other than the sets. Some of these made by other people don't always attach as well, or never used to. I haven't tried that recently, but yeah. Then of course you've got the cost. Now these old Dominators, these are a cracking starter harvester that are very inexpensive. That one's still 180 horsepower. So it's a very old model, it's a barn find obviously, but nevertheless could handle, at least a 6 metre header, at least. But yeah, it was quite a fine, it was a really nice feeling to actually use a 12 metre header on the top liner, really. Now this can handle quite, for a starting arc, so it's not a 4.2 metre header or anything silly like that. It can handle a reasonable one, and again 180 horsepower, so you wouldn't want to be using much more than an 8.5 or 9 metre. But yeah, and these obviously are top liners, really, just rebadged. Again, it's good. That's what when I realised what model it was by looking at the horsepower, I thought, oh, that really is. It is a top liner. Yeah. So my favourite, or not quite in anymore, is it? That's my second favourite. I like the Colossus. Is my favourite. I have fallen in love with that. It is beautiful. It's just that you do need. I know we could buy one, and that actually would be not a bad idea, but I'm still not sure if we were staying around here whether I think I'd probably started us off on the Caesarius modded one, or I might least in this first year, but we've got all the way until obviously we've planted and all the rest of it. So yeah, if we were staying, or like one thing, no, I'm not. No, I go because I think this is the 7th. If it isn't, if there's one more, then we probably will plant the fields, I think, and like get the little the implements for the little telehandler. Yeah, the perfect weight for it is the lightweight, and a ton is just too much. So the perfect weight is 750 kilograms. I don't know what lifting power it'd have with it being so light. Even with that weight, it's still, obviously it's got one thing going for it, and that's its low centre of gravity. It really is a very low, I mean, I love the big one of these. They've not got a very long boom, I realise that, but that is just, yeah, it's still a telehandler. It's just a bit of a specialist. It's almost like a cross between a wheel loader. Obviously this would be a very tiny one, but yeah, it's with the weight, it does give it a bit of a, makes it usable, because without that I've always found this model very lacking. But now that you can do that, it is usable. So, but as I said, the standard weight I would normally put on, it's too heavy for it. So yeah, I've tried all of the different ones and they're all too heavy. So yeah. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave this. So we left 326,655. We've got quite a lot of fields now. Yeah, and 1, 2, 4 of those are arable fields. Yeah, I mean, I'm not classing 27 as a field anymore. It is now the farmyard. So if we were going ahead with this as a full Let's Play, we've literally, and this is another reason why I like to start from scratch. Martin likes his New Farmer Start, but I'm at New Farmer Start now. Yeah, this is what I would class as, this is the beginning of our farm. We've got, we could go into animals now. But we got here by our own efforts. We weren't given the farm. Even I know it's still, I'm not trying to say there's no challenge, there's 100 grand, which your equipment's usually quite poor deliberately, because otherwise you literally have got no challenge because you've been given everything. And I have had a few farms where there was still a challenge. You've only been given 2 fields, but you've been given a full set of equipment. Riverside, Neverland, had so much equipment. The pair of them were fantastic. Rombos Road, when I went New Farmer, JM Gaming equally was very generous with the equipment, to the point where I'm not thinking, oh no, I don't mean this, I'm not throwing this back, I'm just saying, I prefer, because of being used to New Farmer Starts, I like to wipe the equipment out myself. If someone's given me pretty much everything, it's a nice place to be in a way, but sort of the challenge element is, it's lessened. It's far easier for me to make a success of it. And of course you want to make a success, but it's got to feel like a bit of a challenge, otherwise it's just been added to the plate, and I don't like that. That's why I like this. So like for Marty now, I think Marty likes the farmyard, but again, we could pretty much really buy the farmyard, and that's another thing I like now that is becoming the norm. Yeah, I don't think we can quite afford it. It's not. Am I looking at this wrong? Shops there, you go up there, it's there, isn't it? Yeah, we could literally buy that, and it's got the, I know we've not got the fields, but we don't need them, we've already got them. I mean, we've got 100 odd, is it 100 or 80? Well, I think it's 100, I'm sure it is. So if we bought that, we've got the cows, and you start with some cows, their health will be very poorly. They've been held in a stasis bubble for 2 years, but yeah, bottom line is we would start with 5, I think it's 5 animals. So we could do that straight away. I've always thought that was the way, and start from scratch should be played. It should be one of those things where if you wish to challenge yourself, you build yourself up, you can have a unique set of equipment. Well, you do if you play it right. The second-hand equipment mod was very important in FS19 because there were no sales, and I think whoever designed that mod, and I can't remember who it was, even though it was one of my favourite mods. It's weird how ease of life mods, you don't always, that's why I love the mod titles mod that shows you who the modder is now, that I've had on for a few months, because I like to give Spare Gebiet does some cracking mods. They're easy life mods. Yeah, and you'll not see his name on the things, but he is one of those things like field info, and I don't think his tips I'd indicate, but he does ones like that are really, could be the weight hood. But ease of life mods, I think I've got a couple of his that are amazing, and yeah, it's like that really make a difference to your game. But I really do think that they start from scratch. Now that people aren't destroying the farmyard as often, I mean, it was always soul destroying. I'd go on, was it La Coronella? No, that was alright as well. But it was the other one, the Old Farm Countryside. Is it that one? No, yeah, I think it is. I think it is that one. By E.R. Shabba. And obviously I went on that, and all as start from scratch, and I went on, and the farmyard was just erased. And I'm not having a go at E.R. Shabba. Everyone used to do it that way, and a lot still do. But now a lot, 50-50 cut, are beginning to not destroy the farmyard, and that has always been the way that I think it should have been, because it gives you something to go for. It is true, there are people like Marty that do love the farmyard, you know, like it's, so if you can buy that, you've built yourself up, and like right now it probably would be the next move. We've got a few fields to work on, we've got enough equipment to make a start. We could lease a harvester for the first year. I mean, we've still got a grass field, so we're still going to be pulling a bit of silage. We've got an oat field, so we're going to be pulling straw. And to be honest, I probably would follow with oats. I think, yeah, because I don't think this is, yeah. I would favour, we've not got a planter, I would favour oats. Probably almost completely in this first year do everything boring oats, because it's fantastic and it does straw. So I'm not calling oats boring, I'm just saying boring because all I would do is oats. It's a cracking start. I'm used to like doing oats, but it's a good price if you're going to sell it, or you can make it into the best flour in the game, because it's the best for making flour, simple as. So, or it sells for a good price anyway, and you get straw, which when you've got the partners that we've got, can become straight to straw silage, which can then produce energy and give us money again. So yeah, I mean, it is quite amazing. I know I've waffled a lot, I just wanted to explain, because this may be the last sort of session on this if we're not going to full bodied let's play. I'm just trying to round out the small runs that I've got, and I think I'm right in thinking this is the 7th episode. So it actually, it's a bit like Alone in the World. I did that to a stage where similarly I bought the animals, the enclosure, and I thought, when I'd finished that episode, I thought, I think you're there. I think that's where we're going to leave it, because it's a small run, but you've built up through a lot of hard work. I know I did quite a few years on that, because some of the years I played it as realistic as possible. We've got terrible equipment initially, and it took a while to start the money coming through a little bit, and when we did, we didn't look back. You know, the equipment is now monstrous, and we've got nearly done our entire square. We just planted cotton, I mean a massive cotton field, and I was just about to plant vegetables and choose one other field. We've got quite a large pure loam field at the furthest extent of this big square that you start with, and yeah, I thought that's a good place to stop. I put my favourite animal enclosure down, my new favourite. Thought, yeah, I really do love, but you need a lot of room. So yeah, I've got a couple of episodes I think to run on Dredge Creek, then that also can be posted. So yeah, I'll probably post this one quickly, because people really do like the Alteiche map, so this is just an alternate set, really, you could say, but this is what I would prefer to do. And then if it was going to go into a full-blown Let's Play, this would be the start point, as far as I would be concerned, to New Farmer Start, because I'd buy the farm, yeah, and then we'd start with our own equipment. And that's what I mean, you've built up a rapport with your equipment, you've built it up. I'm not saying that we know, I mean, I've got a really good, and I'm not going to, you know, Russ Agrote saved my bacon with that so many times, but we've got a few bits of equipment that they're good starting equipment. We all know that. There's like, if you got a 12.5 metre Anderson in the sales for 30 grand, are you going to buy it? Yeah, of course you are. The growth has to happen, or if you need it, then again it has to happen. If you're using big headers, I often find that windrows are not necessary. If you've got a 12 metre plus header, there's no real need to windrow your windrows, because yeah, you do with little 4.2s and 6 metres really, although I think 6 metres is just about passable, because if you think we use a 6.5 metre now, if you've got a 6, there's not a lot in it, is there really, to be honest. So anyway, then just a few insights from myself. I'm now not going to bother you anymore, yeah. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope, well yeah, I would like to hear your comments on this as well. I mean, you're my sounding board, and if I've said something outrageous, yeah, then please verbally slap me. You know, I really do always like to hear from yourselves, whether you agree, disagree, or a bit like the nerfing as well, the big bag handler. And yeah, and the one thing I am glad of, that we've tried the Rick Label Braston Lardy one. I do want one like this. I did fall in love with the look of this. It's just that we can see that that one doesn't wander. No, I mean, my favourites, that I've used many times, I am going after this, honest, yeah, but just sort of, if it was a telehandler, does it do the front loader version? What's the point? I'm trying to think. No, it is, it's I think you can still do it. I think it can go, but it's like quite a few of the tools that are supposed to be yeah, the tool bale by TC3D. Yeah, you can. And this is why sometimes I actually forget about the tool bale. It's got strap support. Again, and a strap support that actually just does bales, and strap support that actually really does do the trick. So if you stick your, I mean, yeah, and that top thing comes out, you can have short. I used to favour long forks. Now I don't know that I would. Yeah, I think I'd go short forks. Physics have changed though since I last used it, so it would be a bit of a learning curve. I mean, I know it, and obviously I'd have to knock the rust off. It's also very reasonable, I find, for that kind, because they usually can be 3 times the amount of that, and it's I always find it very reasonable. And yeah, that can go as a front loader too, but I mean, you'd need a hell of a weight with a front loader to do that. But yeah, I'd love to buy that for the telehandler, but again, at that point, and that's what I'm saying, you can never escape from this, the weight limit on something. It can't ever use a monster, so it may well favour something far more simple than something like that. It might not manage 3 bales, it might manage a max of 2, in which case fitting it with what we've got on that, with just a standard 2 spike, is probably not a bad idea. But yeah, that's just my insight. But that, yeah, the tool bale's a good one, but I'm trying to find out if there anything without strap support that works really well. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm really going to say. But on that note, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.